Yeah, I didn't think that that's what this meant.
Going deep in Baj.
I know, that never
That was the
occurred to me.
original title, but Apple nixed it.
It never occurred to me that was what this was
Well, they
about.
have their agenda. So,
I don't think I would have answered the phone during the LA fires if I had known that this is what the podcast
does
was.
the majority of your money go to your family?
Trying to support my family, yeah, and fund a...
A liquor store worker in Canada was just about to yank American bourbon off the shelf.
We felt betrayed.
At the last moment, the U.S. paused its trade war. How's all this look from the U.S. ally to the north?
I'm Michelle Martin, that's Stephen Skeep, and this is Up First from NPR News. An ethics watchdog who criticized the first Trump administration now watches the second.
I've never seen the White House send their people into the agents this way in such an intrusive manner.
What is Elon Musk's authority for accessing Treasury Department records of almost everybody?
Also, NPR has details of President Trump's plans for the Department of Education. Closing a cabinet department requires an act of Congress, so he will ask for one. Stay with us. We've got the news you need to start your day.
Support for NPR and the following message come from Betterment, the automated investing and savings app. CEO Sarah Levy shares how Betterment utilizes tech tools powered by human advice.
Betterment is here to help customers build wealth their way. And we provide powerful technology and complete human support where technology can deliver ease of use and affordability, and the people behind that technology can provide advice and guidance.
Learn more at Betterment.com. Investing involves risk. Performance not guaranteed. This message comes from NPR sponsor Dana-Farber Cancer Institute, one of the largest recipients of NIH funding. Dana-Farber scientists played a substantial role in developing more than half the cancer drugs approved by the FDA. They've made one advanced cancer discovery after another for over 75 years. Dana-Farber Cancer Institute is changing lives everywhere. More at danafarber.org/everywhere. Data from 2018 to 2022.
This message is brought to you by NPR sponsor Shopify. It's 2025, and a new year means new opportunities. Maybe you're thinking about starting your own business, but you have so many questions on how do I get started? Shopify's got you. Get your store up and running easily with thousands of customizable templates. No coding or design skills required, just drag and drop. Go to shopify.com/NPR, all lowercase, to sign up for a $1 per month trial period today.
New U.S. tariffs on Chinese goods went into effect today, and China has already retaliated.
The Trump administration imposed 10% taxes on U.S. imports from China. China responded with 15% taxes on U.S. goods. China also put export controls on vital metals like tungsten.
Now, the trade war with Mexico and Canada is paused for now after the president made threats that jolted relations with a close U.S. ally. So how does all this look from Canada? NPR International Affairs correspondent Jackie Northam is in Ottawa. Jackie, good morning.
Good morning, Steve.
So how did the United States and Canada at least put off a confrontation?
Well, it did come right down to the wire. The Trump's tariffs against Canada were set to go into effect 1 minute after midnight, and that's the same for Mexico. And Canada was bracing for it, It had already announced it would retaliate by imposing 25% tariffs on $100 billion of U.S. goods. But earlier on Monday, Trump struck a deal with Mexico and then with Canada, and both sides said they would send thousands of troops to their borders to curb the illegal flow of migrants and fentanyl, which is what Trump had asked for. But Ottawa says the amount of fentanyl coming across from Canada is a fraction of that coming from Mexico, which has led to a lot of questions here in Canada of what this was really about. Why impose high tariffs on the country, which is one of the closest allies of the U.S.
Yeah, I am thinking the Canadians made new measures at their border before the threat of tariffs.
Mm-hmm.
Now they've made even more, apparently, or promised something, and still the threat of tariffs hangs over them for 30 days. How are people responding?
Well, I've been talking with Canadians for the past couple of weeks since Trump first announced he was going to do this, and the responses have been anger and disbelief and really wanting to hit back. There's a campaign that got underway to avoid buying any American products here, and Canadians were booing during the singing of the Star-Spangled Banner at major sporting events, and liquor stores in some provinces were going to pull American bourbon and wine from their shelves. And I dropped in at a liquor store here in Ottawa last night, And one of the workers, Ryan Robinson, said they were all ready to remove American bourbon off the shelves. Here he is.
We felt betrayed. I think we thought, our closest ally in the world was stabbing us in the back a little bit, right? I think Trump was blowing things out of proportion a little bit, so I don't really understand his reasoning to start such a trade war.
And Steve, Canada is one of the U.S. largest trading partners. But it's more than that. This feels personal up here, especially when Trump keeps saying he wants to turn Canada into the 51st state.
Yeah, which I think people took as a joke when Trump first said that, but he keeps saying it again and again and again. So how do the two countries move forward?
Well, this is only a month-long reprieve, and I think it's fair to say that there is a trust deficit between Canada and the U.S., and the U.S. and Mexico for that matter. Canada faced a serious threat of Trump's tariffs when it
It's delayed. Watch.
That's not over, at least for now.
It's like it's like a few seconds delayed.
North America, the U.S. and China launched these tit-for-tat tariffs.
I don't know why we don't use
The
this
White House
more.
said Trump is due to
I'm just
talk
opening the door.
to Xi Jinping today, but
Yeah,
that's a nice shot. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Could be a gradual process.
NPS Jackie Northam, thanks so much for your work.
Thanks, Steve.
Why don't you utilize what more? YouTube streaming?
YouTube be live, yeah.
The audience isn't
Because
there.
right now I'm on Zoom and
Okay,
YouTube.
so changes are underway at the U.S. Department
The audience isn't there?
And that cord does not work.
It doesn't?
It doesn't power this. See how these are on?
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't power it.
But it powers that.
I think it's not a USB 3.0.
No, it's blue.
Well, watch. It doesn't work.
I believe you.
Corey Turner joins us now. Tori, good morning. Corey, good morning.
So you have the equipment to do it, though. This adapter.
Well, yeah. But who the hell wants to deal with that?
I know. Just...
Well, and not a lot, at least not through official channels. The White House did not respond to requests for comment, but multiple sources
Does not power it.
have told me, folks who are not allowed to speak publicly, the Trump administration is eager to close the department.
less
So in
pins
the
or
near
something
term,
done
it plans to use this executive action to try to move
It's, see.
Does Magwell sell the cables?
Well, I've ordered one already from Condor
But
Blue.
I'm saying,
the idea being
I don't
you know
know.
it's going to work, because what if it's like that? They say that.
Then I'd find another one.
The problem
But your
here
time's
is the
only...
department itself and its signature
I mean,
responsibilities were all
You'll have to have that.
and so they're much harder to cut.
Yeah, or I use the ATEM.
Within the rule of law,
That's more to carry.
Congress and asked them to reconsider that. So what?
But I think I could get it in that case. If I skim down,
The ATEM?
Yeah, so the department has a budget of around.
if I skim down
$79
just
billion.
to the DJI
On the federal
mics,
side, it administers Title
the
I
camera,
and
like
sends
the
extra
bare
funding to
essentials,
schools
I think I can
in
get it
low-income
in
Any
there.
extension
both
cable?
Urban and rural.
I'm gonna
And
carry that in my
administers
pack.
IDEA,
Hopefully I'm gonna steal the one you have.
Special education.
Take
and obviously
one.
on the higher ed side,
To try and take the train down, right?
No, I know.
Loan portfolio.
Well,
Now,
even a
I've
hard
spoken
case,
with a bunch of
bad guys are like,
What would be nice is if we could take that DJI case, the bigger one, and
But you didn't hear what I said. It makes you more of a target. Why don't you get some American doll stickers? Like, they think there's like a big 3-foot doll in there.
you don't think I'm gonna be near that?
Still, it's a big magnet.
Some or all
for
of these programs
that.
to other agencies.
There's what I have in my backpack is way more valuable than all that stuff.
They don't know that, though.
Close the department.
They don't know what's in there.
That's what I'm
There'd be a
saying.
gun in there.
Like Title I.
Not
But
this
lawmakers,
flatter.
including
But
many
I'm saying, when you have a hard case,
always opposed them.
Although
it's
that's
more like,
the-
oh,
Well,
like,
I'm taking
checks and
that.
balances
Yeah, no,
of
that
the
makes sense, I
Constitution.
guess.
So
Yeah.
And the world is not all evil.
An executive order that really is just a statement.
Just-
So you're getting closer to
Just-
Seattle and Tacoma. You don't think it's
The way the Constitution works.
evil down there?
No,
At the same
I
time,
don't.
you reported
I
that
have faith in my
staff
You-
are being
you-
fired.
my
You're
fellow.
going on
What's going on?
Yeah,
You're
that's right.
going on your,
74 non-management department
experience living in
staff
Tacoma
have been
back in
placed
the-
on paid
Yeah, it's
administrative
actually
leave.
They
They all got this email in the last
There's
few
bad,
days
good,
saying